¿Qué onda, amigos? Aquí estábamos esperando al buen RyDiablo, a ver si te vuelve a entrar. Les digo que tenemos lo que es la Expo en mayo, donde van a participar 35 artistas nacionales e internacionales, interviniendo el aroma de Marva. RyDiablo, finally. Hi, amigo, how are you doing? Tenemos lo que es la Expo y tenemos también lo que es la parte del bazar que se va a hacer en julio. Y bueno, después vienen otros eventos, pero ahorita los próximos, el próximo viene siendo el de el bazar. Digo, perdón, la expo. Déjame meter aquí a...
Evening. All right.
Hi, amigo, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you very much. And you?
Everything is okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for accepting the well. No, I was checking because I was waiting for the 2 minutes ago, and no one
Yeah.
was connected. But I am checking that right now they are connecting. So for me, it's a pleasure to have you here, amigo.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And me too. Yeah. It's great. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Well, as you know, this is in the second season of Chismeando or Gossip with Marva. I was going to. Well, I am interviewing 25 people, the 25 artists. So you are the 17.
Okay.
So the 17, and
Yeah.
hi Scotty, Scotty Max. So well, if you know someone else, another artist who likes to participate in these interviews with Gossip with Marva, they are invited. They are invited.
Yeah. Definitely. And there's a few artists which I'll definitely tell you about. Um. And yeah, I'll send you their profiles later on. Yeah.
I really appreciate, amigo. I really appreciate, because well, the idea, as I told you, and as I about King Gonga, I have already interviewed King Gonga. I think 1 week ago. He's a very cool guy.
He's a very top guy. Yeah. And his art is just amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Really
right.
great. Really great.
Yeah. Okay. Ryan's gonna. I think Ryan's gonna.
No, it's still quite long. That's still quite
Oh,
long at the moment. It needs to come down a bit more.
okay. Uh, all the persons that are connected right now, besides King Gonga, are they artists or not?
um, Joe Cocktail is an artist. 2 seconds, I've looked who's connected. Joe Cocktail's an artist. Scotty Makes is fairly new to the scene. He just started to do some scalps and some casting. Smirky Smirks, I'm not too sure about it, if I'm honest with you.
Well, he's saying
But
he says I am, so maybe I understand that he's an artist too.
okay,
So just remember, because when I have finished already, or well, with Malaysia, now I am continue with the United States, and I would like to continue with the UK. So I would like, if someone is interested in the UK and you're from the UK, just send me a DM, a message, so I could interview. The idea is to make this artist scene grow bigger. So, well, if you're interested, just send me a message. And well, thanks for accepting. Well, actually, we are friends, and I'm sure that this friendship is gonna continue for a long time.
yeah, definitely, yeah, definitely. Ever since I started in the toy scene, I've spoken to people from all over the world. I've made um, trades of toys from people from all over the world too. Um, I think that one of the furthest places that I've done a toy trade with is in Singapore.
Mhm.
It cost me a lot to send that piece over to him, but yeah, yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's good.
You know, I interviewed three artists from Japan, but the problem they have is that they don't speak English fluently. So this is the problem. So in the case, for example, of Tokyo Jesus, Emi Takano, and Rich Shannon, what I did with them is, well, a written interview. So I sent to them the questions, and they answered the questions, and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, amigo. It's a big pleasure that you're here. It's my pleasure because I really like your. I was telling King Gonga some minutes ago that when I saw your moon guy, your lunar guy, for the first time, I really fall. That's right. I really fall in love with that guy. That's right. I really love what you do, what you make. Okay, amigo. Let's start. So, can you tell us, please, what's your name and what country you visiting us?
I am RyDiablo, and I'm from the UK. Basically, my real name is Ryan, and I'm 41 years old. So yeah, I've started doing toys for the last sort of 12 months or so. So I'm fairly new to the scene compared to other people. But yeah, it's been a bit of a journey, to be honest with you. It's been exciting.
Thanks a lot. Well, in my case, I'm gonna at least when I do this, amigo, I'm gonna translate it in Spanish, okay, to the person that are okay.
Of course.
Well,
Of course,
okay. Yeah. Okay, well, tenemos, hoy nos está visitando del Reino Unido, tenemos a RyDiablo, su nombre real es Ryan, pero él nos visita hoy del Reino Unido, ok, entonces vamos a seguir platicando con él. Amigo, why the surname Diablo? Why Ryan? Well, Ryan, maybe it's because of your name, and Diablo, why did you choose this?
So, when I was about 11, I got into something called a Diablo ball, and it looks like two egg caps, and you have two pieces of stick and string in between, and you have to basically make it spin. It's like a circus act. I actually have spelt it wrong, and when I created my email, I basically spelled it as RyDiablo, and I've kept that name ever since. It was a bit of a mistake on my part, but as an artist, I think it seems to work quite well. Yeah, I never intended it to be RyDevil, but yeah, I think it's actually worked out quite well, actually.
So Diablo was Diablo. Well, I know that Diablo in Spanish is Spanish for devil. So this was because of a mistake.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Total accident. Yeah.
And devil. At the beginning, you mentioned that you were the what do you say? But the balls.
It's called a Diabolo. It's called.
Diabolo. That's
yeah.
Right. Diabolo.
But I just totally spelt it wrong, and it came up as RyDiablo. I thought, yeah, it's cool name. And then about 4 weeks later, I actually found out that it was spelled totally differently, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm kind of stuck with that name. And it's only since I've become an artist have I actually felt a bit more sort of prouder to have that name, because it kind of fits in with the art scene and having a bit of a different name as well. So yeah, I do like it now.
Let me tell you that. Well, I really like it, the surname Diablo. I really like it. Okay. Bueno, nos comenta aquí que él, bueno, a él le gustaba de pequeño jugar con diabolos, por lo que entendí, pero que al final él, cuando quiso hacer un correo, dice que se equivocó y en lugar de poner diabolos puso la parte de diablo, y de ahí se tomó este apelativo, le gustó mucho eso. También nos dice que él es realmente nuevo en la escena, 12 months.
Yeah, 12 months, yeah.
Ok, nos dice que es realmente nuevo en la escena, tiene aproximadamente un año en la escena. So I think that you started as most of the people are having the real with the pandemic.
Yeah, I started in about January 2021. I bought my first airbrush, and I just started to create some stuff. I found digital horseplay, and basically the first piece I ever airbrushed was this little guy, who's the graph guy. I did a little eyeball on him, and then on the back, then did a little star. Can get a bit of light on him. Little star on the back of him like that.
This was the first toy. What's the name of the platform?
It's the graph guy by Digital Horseplay.
Graphcat?
Graph guy.
Graph guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So I understand that this is your first customization with the one that you started.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the first one that I ever did. Yeah.
Okay. Let me translate it. Okay. Aquí nos está can you show it please on the camera, please? Okay, thanks. Nos está comentando aquí el Ryan o RyDiablo que este fue el primer. Thank you. Que este fue la primera plataforma con la que él trabajó. Ese prácticamente fue en el 2021. Fue la primera plataforma con la que él empezó a customizar. La plataforma es de Digital Horseplay. Ok. Y Craft Guy. Craft Guy es el nombre del artista y bueno, en este caso está como Digital Horseplay. Y esta fue la primera plataforma que él empezó a customizar. Thank you, amigo. Then, after that, what was next?
I did the two little birds by Digital Horseplay. It was two little I love birds, and he brought them out just before Valentine's Day, which is February the 14th in this country. And I customized them, and I entered them into the Toy Chronicle, which is basically the toy shop in the UK that does the similar sort of thing to yourself. And I made it up to the quarterfinals, I think it was, and then I got voted out of there. But that helped me to build up my name on the socials, because the Toy Chronicle is quite a big name in the UK, and it helped to sort of get my name out there, and actually expand my name to other people all over the world. So yeah.
So, but you were talking about the Toy Chronicle. Did you I don't know? Did you show any toy for this? This is a blog, no? Well, a magazine, a blog. I forgot the word, but they show works from some other artists. Toy Chronicle.
Yeah, basically they tend to concentrate on sort of big names, and then every now and again they'll add people's things into their stories, and it'll help people to sort of get their name out there, like special events like sort of Valentine's Day, Christmas, Halloween, and it asks people to send in pictures of their toys, which are of those themes. Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen.
Yeah.
Can we? So well, we have seen your first customization. Okay, can we see? Because well, I check on your story that you set all the figures that you want to show us today.
Yes. Yes.
Please, amigo, please. And can you? Well, can we talk about the second figure? Well, what was the craft guy? Now, which do you have the second one you start to customize?
I don't have those down here at the moment. I think that from there, I basically went on to the other sort of graph guy figures, and I did different theme. And it was this guy here, and he's got the glow eyes on him too. So let me just turn out the light a second.
Don't worry, huh? No, don't worry, amigo. Okay.
And then
glow in the dark.
Yeah, the eyes glow on him.
Was this figure for an expo, amigo?
No. He was purely for myself. Basically, it was me practicing and just slowly getting better and better, and just basically trying to improve myself. He's based off a figure. I can't think of the guy who actually did it, but it's a very similar pattern. But instead of having a human face in the center, I basically wanted to change it to the Venom face in this. You got the Spider-Man on the outside of there.
Yeah.
And then underneath, then you got the Venom. So.
Okay, so let me translate this in Spanish. So you can, if you can, please show the figures. Okay, bueno, lo que nos está comentando aquí el buen Ryan o RyDiablo es que después de la figura que ustedes vieron inicialmente del hombre lunar, en este caso la de Craft Guy, él empezó a hacer otras figuras, pero no para la exposición, sino para él, como para ir mejorando sus habilidades. Y aquí tenemos una segunda figura basada en la misma plataforma, donde es una persona, bueno, es prácticamente el Venom, con un traje del Spider-Man. And then after Spider-Man, Venom versus Venom, the mashup between Spider-Man and Venom. I'm checking that you have a Robin, no? Is that right?
What's that, sorry?
A Robin, the second figure? Is a Robin the
No,
Batman?
No.
No?
I actually did this guy, which is exactly the same, but he's actually got a thermal face on him.
This is the Spider-Man, ¿no? The face is the face is the original. Okay. Tenemos aquí un Spider-Man.
And then, let me just show you, 2 seconds.
Bueno, en esta segunda figura que nos estoy mostrando, ahí está otro guy, o Craft Guy, pero en este caso ahí ya tiene, en lugar de tener la cara de Venom, ya tiene la del Spider-Man.
And then it changes to blue. Yeah, it changes to blue with the thermal color.
Y aquí cuando se le aplica calor a la figura o con el sol, es como tornasol. Tornasol le cambia completamente la cara. That's a cool one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite pieces, I think, because it has the 2 parts to it. It has the Spider-Man and also the Venom underneath, and I like to think of it as a 2 in the one figure.
Nos comenta aquí a RyDiablo que obviamente a él le gustan los dos personajes, por eso lo que quiso hacer Thermochromic, aquí nos están diciendo que es termocrómico el efecto que al aplicarle calor a la figura cambia de color. Y aquí nos dice que él quiso tener a los dos personajes que le gustan, que es Venom y el Spider-Man, en una sola figura y que es su figura favorita. Thank you, amigo. Can we see another figure?
Yeah, of course can, yeah.
Please, amigo.
Plenty here. Yeah, there's
Ah, that's,
these two guys, Batman and the Robin, and this
ah,
bit of the old 1960s, I think it is, a Batman, the Adam West ones,
Adam West. Okay, okay.
and
Hold
also
on, please. Can
these
you can you close into the camera, please? Can you close into the camera? Please, bot amigo, please. Tenemos otra customización que viene siendo el Batman en Robin de los años 60, cuando era el Batman panzón con Adam West. Entonces esa es otra versión aquí del buen Ryan. Thank you, amigo.
no worries. And then on these, I also did the thermochromatic on them, and the mask and the hat have changed color as well.
Let's do magic.
Bear with me.
Nos comenta aquí que para el caso del Batman también es termocromático, también cambia con el calor.
So on the Batman, you can actually see on the
without
hat
custom?
there, and basically the mask has faded as well.
Yeah, no mask.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
magic.
gone back to that, and then the same sort of thing on the Robin. If I just undo that one a second as well. 2 seconds.
Okay. Cuando le aplican calor al Batman, en automático se le quita se le desaparece la máscara a Batman. Les digo, este tipo de materiales son termocromáticos. En el caso del Robin es exactamente lo mismo. Ahorita nos va a mostrar el Robin sin máscara.
On the Robin.
No mask.
Yeah. And it's turned green on the top as well, so yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. That's a cool one.
Thank you.
Is it the same, amigo? For example, because I have a. Let me show you one thing. Let me show you a toy, please.
Hey, Gunga, thank you. Papa Navy, thank you very much too.
This is a toy from a Mexican artist. Okay. This is a fly, and I didn't. Well, I think when it's exposed on the sun, the colors change. So is it the same with the Batman and Robin? If you put it on the sun, or is it necessary to apply hot?
It does, but it doesn't change with the it doesn't change under the sun's rays. It changes under heat instead.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I think it changes color at about 31 degrees Celsius, which can be quite difficult because I'd actually like it to be able to change under touch. I'd like to be able to touch it and have it change, but unfortunately the paint that I've got, it doesn't do that. It needs that extra heat then to actually be able to change it. I have sent some pieces over to San Francisco, to somebody over there, and they've been able to make it change a lot easier because of the temperature difference between the UK and over in America. Big difference.
And this was, amigo, this was because of the materials, because, well, I understand that these materials change around 31 degrees Celsius, no?
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
But in this case, the materials, you have to apply more heat because of the materials?
Yeah, that's right, yeah, because of the country that I live in, and it doesn't generally get that hot here. It does tend to actually keep the darker colors there compared to over in America, where it might just actually change naturally or change easier because of the internal temperature of the actual piece itself. Yeah.
Ok, let me translate. Nos comenta aquí en el caso del buen RyDiablo que dice que bueno, los materiales termocromáticos que él utilizó normalmente cambian, o sea, cambian cuando se le aplica una temperatura aproximada de 31 grados centígrados Celsius. Aquí el tema es que dice que por el material que él compró, no sé, digo, no sé dónde los debe haber comprado, pero no, este material se le tiene que aplicar todavía más calor para que pueda cambiar el color. Ok, thank you, amigo. Can we see some other toys, amigo, please?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. This is a piece I did with Digital Horseplay. This was kind of the piece that um, brought on our first um, a proper sort of collaboration then, because I've spoken to him previously and bought a lot of blanks off him to actually customize on, but had never spoken to him about being AM sort of AM collaborative force together then. Um, and this was the figure which I I painted, and it's a collaboration between Digital Horseplay, Dr. Plops, and myself.
Ah, ok, hold on, please. Tenemos aquí una tercera colaboración que fue la que hizo aquí Ryan con este Digital Horseplay. And Digital Horseplay, ¿who else, amigo?
And Dr. Plops.
And Dr. Plops. Fue una tercera colaboración que hicieron ellos. Bueno, en el caso. And in this case, what did you do? Did you paint the figure, or what did you do for this one?
Yeah, it was totally blank, and I've just painted it up with a I don't know if you can tell, but like it's sort of and then iridescent paint. And it changes between purple and blue. It's hard to actually see under this light.
Oh, yeah, I'm checking, yeah. Just
But they
when you
kind of
apply
change.
light, yeah. And then I've seen in the tentacles, no? In the tentacles, they change. And
Yeah,
also the face, yeah. Hold on, let me translate
and
it.
the back.
Eh, Aquí nos está comentando que, bueno, la customización que él hizo con Doctor Plop y con Digital Horseplay, lo que hizo aquí el buen Ryan Diablo fue nada más, bueno, pintar la pieza la plataforma, pero utilizó una pintura que cambia con el color, que cambia con la luz. Si ustedes checan la figura como tal es azul, cuando le aplica luz se empieza a tornar morado, ¿no? Algo así como tipo tornasol. Thank you, amigo. Okay.
All right.
Was it for an expo?
No, no.
No, just for yourself, just collaboration.
Basically, I did 5 copies of that piece, and I was speaking to a Digital Horseplay because I don't have any form of shop myself. I asked him if he'd actually sell it through his Etsy account, and he finally agreed. And I think it took about 3 or 4 weeks for all 5 to sell out. So I was quite happy with that because I personally didn't expect them to actually sell out. But yeah, they all went. I think that 3 went to America and 2 went to the UK.
Nos comenta aquí que de esta pieza que nos acaba de mostrar hace un rato, sacaron 5 piezas, las cuales se vendieron en la tienda en línea, en una tienda, perdón, y afortunadamente se agotaron las 5 piezas. Obviamente eso para él pues, lo puso muy contento. You know that, well, I have an online store, Marva Toys, you know, and so if someone someday you decided to sell some of your toys through my store is open to you, and
That's
all the
brilliant.
people that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to send the link later. I send worldwide. So whenever you want to, if you someday decide to sell through my store is open for you.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Really appreciate that.
Okay, amigo. And
one of the next figures which I did was on the Mr. Mento, who's been interviewed by you in the past. I know. he's become a very close friend of mine, and we've done a couple of collaborations together. And we're currently working on the breakfast club that he's started doing. But he's a very busy guy and just doesn't have the time to do it all. So I totally understand that. But yeah, he's
his famous donut, yeah.
yeah,
En este
basically
caso,
this one. Yeah, go on.
aquí, bueno, con la dona de este Mr. Mento, la famosa dona que maneja Mr. Mento, aquí hizo otra colaboración, dice que de hecho han trabajado en algunas otras colaboraciones juntos. I understand that the ball above is a moon.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. This was basically the piece that got me interested in them doing the sort of galaxy type effect. At the time, I didn't have the paint to be able to do the same sort of thing I did on the moon guys. But yeah, you can probably see just up in this area the purpley pinky colors.
Mm-hmm. When you apply
Easter, just don't make it out.
Yeah, it's changing, the color is changing.
Yeah.
En tenemos aquí una colaboración que hizo, como les comentaba, con Mr. Mento, donde puso la dona de Mr. Mento, ahí le volvió a pintar con la misma, el efecto, tornasol, que la dona es, the chocolate it's black.
It's black, yeah.
Sí,
and on the bottom is like a landscape type thing, and then all the top part then is like the sky at night.
Ok, nos dice que en este caso, bueno, cuando se le aplica la luz, cambia como de color azul. El chocolate es negro, pero cuando se le aplica la luz cambia como un color entre rosado y azul. Y lo que tiene en la parte de arriba, pues viene siendo una luna. Es típico aquí con el buen Ryan. I'm saying that your style is to put your money style on the figures.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. One of my favorite pieces is by a guy called I forgot what the guy's called. Grum Reaper, and it's this little guy. Oh,
don't worry.
This little guy.
The Reaper.
Yeah, and basically he changes color as well, and he goes from totally black.
Aquí fue otra colaboración que hizo con la muerte, ok, donde igual cuando lo aplican el calor de la capucha que es negra cambia. Did you just paint this platform, or you collaborate with the creation of the floor?
I collaborated with the artist that actually made the pieces. I don't actually create anything my own. I just paint up other people's work. So that's that really.
But let me tell you that you do a cool work.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate that.
Let me translate it. Dice que él aquí apoyó con el artista para crear la pieza como tal, la de la muerte. Realmente él como lo que nos dice, él no crea, lo que hace es customiza o pinta, pero pues la verdad sí lo hace bastante bien. Thank you, amigo. Can we see some other? Are you planning to make in the future your own figures?
At the moment I haven't planned that, because I'm concentrating on just basically painting other people's work at the moment. Sometime in the future it may go that way, but I can't say for sure yet because I just don't know. If the opportunity comes up, I may possibly. I know Joe Cocktail keeps on pushing me to actually make my own figures. A few of the other digital artists have tried getting me to get the digital like iPad and actually make digital figures, etc. But at the moment, I'm just kind of happy just painting, doing everything analog, and actually sculpting onto things at the moment. But yeah, I'm.
Follow the suggestion that Joe Cocktail is saying that you should do, or you must start making your own figures in the future. We want to see a figure made by RyDiablo.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay. No, nos
Possibly.
comenta aquí RyDiablo que no, bueno, como les comentaba, él no ha creado hasta ahorita ninguna pieza, solamente las pinta, no tiene ningún plan a corto plazo como para crear una figura, pero bueno, ya esperemos ver más adelante alguna pieza del buen RyDiablo. Okay, thanks a lot, amigo. Any other figure you want to show us?
Yes, of course, yeah. So everyone's favorite figures are the little Moomin guys.
Yeah, I love this one.
Which everyone seems to love. And it's obviously got the galaxy type effect on the front there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very nice figure, and on the back it's got like a little star system. I don't know how well that shows up. A little star system, and
Acá yo show, please. Bueno, esa es la pieza de la cual yo me enamoré. Es lo que es el craft guy, pero lo customizó de una forma lunar. Él le llama Moon Guy. Y bueno, obviamente es de la parte de la cabeza viene siendo como the head. The head is something like a galaxy, or it's a planet.
Yeah, it's basically like a galaxy, and then on the outside of it is like a purple type. A swirl that goes around it. Yeah, and on the next version of it then, I added a bit of extra onto it and added a bit of green onto the top part of it as well. It's hard to actually show on the camera, but there's sort of blue in this area here, and then on the top part of it then, you can kind of see the green, but it doesn't actually show up too well on the camera. But just in that area there, you can just about see the green, and that goes all over the top of the figure.
Bueno, nos estaba comentando aquí en este caso, como les digo, el Moon Guy viene siendo toda la capucha y toda la vestimenta, viene siendo lo que es la cubierta de la luna, y en este caso la cara es prácticamente una galaxia. En la parte de atrás tenía ahí un sistema de estrellas, tiene ahí como dibujado un sistema de estrellas. I must have one in my collection, amigos. So when you decided to sell me one, I must have one in my collection because I really fall in love with this Moon Guy.
Yeah, thank you. I think after the convention I'm doing in June, I'm going to be taking on commissions, and I'll be doing pieces, and obviously any pieces that don't actually sell in the show, I'll be actually selling afterwards anyway.
Okay.
So yeah.
If someone is left after the show, you have to reserve me one to be sold, okay?
Definitely, yeah, 100%.
Okay. Bueno, comenta que va a tener un show en una exposición en junio aproximadamente, y las piezas que no se venden ahí las va a poner en venta. Okay, amigo. Any other figure you want to show us?
Yeah. So there's a guy called JD Max Sculpts that does a figure called Squatch, and it's basically like a sort of Sasquatch figure, and it does kind of look like a Yeti type figure. So I did the Galaxy theme on that again, and I did the moon on the top of the head and on the feet, and even on his butt as well.
Okay.
So yeah, you can actually see.
Aquí tenemos una pieza de un Sasquatch que es como un Yeti. bueno, un hombre ahí is that something like the Yeti? No.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's a very similar to that. Yeah, like a Bigfoot.
Dice que en este caso que es un
Yeah,
Sasquatch o un pie grande, en este caso pie grande o bueno, algo similar como es una bestia grandísima y también le plasmó su estilo lunar al Sasquatch. Thanks a lot. It's cool. This one is cool.
and then the final figure to show you then is um, I've always been a big a fan of Star Wars, and I think that the a Squatch figure is perfect really for a Chewbacca.
Mm.
So I added the belt onto him and his little bag as well down the side.
But you use the same platform on the Sasquatch?
Yeah, yeah, exactly the
Okay.
same platform. And I just
Oh,
added on the belt and the little bag down on the side there.
that's a cool one. For all the Star Wars fans, that's a cool picture, a cool figure. Okay, let me translate it. Utilizando la misma plataforma del Sasquatch y hizo aquí, bueno, hizo una customización. Obviamente ya conocen el personaje, el Chewbacca. Bueno, ahí nada más le añadió lo que es el cinturón, de las balas y todo, pero es usando la misma plataforma del Sasquatch. That's a cool one, amigo.
And then work in progress. Then I'm in the middle of doing the Squatch in the form of the lava platform, like on the cap I did. Um, that sort of form. Yeah, so that's going to be on the Squatch figure. Yeah.
It's something like that. That one is something like a volcano, not the lava from a volcano.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. One of my very good friends, Joe Cocktail, asked if I wanted some help doing it, and he has agreed to actually do a piece of his own, and he's far ahead of me, and he's absolutely killing it. It looks really great. If you want to check him out, he's in the live now. Yeah, excellent work.
The lava you show us is the base of the figure, or it's a complement.
Yeah, basically let me guess in a sec.
Aquí nos está mostrando.
It's just cork. It's cork like that.
Okay.
Cork like that, sticked onto it, and then it's painted then.
Ok, nos está comentando aquí que bueno, está sacando otra versión del Sasquatch. En este caso es como la Volcano Sasquatch, donde está, bueno, tiene ahí, esa es como la parte de la lava cuando ya está fundiendo y bueno, todavía no lo termina. Can you show us the base? The lava? Ok.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. 2 seconds.
No, don't worry, amigo, don't worry.
That one, yeah.
Y en este caso estaría quedando, yo creo que va a quedar así. En este caso es para darle, ya hizo su efecto de luna, ahora va a ser un efecto de lava para ese Sasquatch. Thanks a lot, amigo. Thank you so much.
No worries.
So you're gonna apply the same effect to that Sasquatch.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know when it'll be done by. It's probably going to be sometime next week. I'm hoping to get some of it started painted perhaps by tomorrow evening. I just don't have all of the time to be able to do it. So any spare time I get, I can just do any time really. So yeah.
Is it gonna be for an expo, amigo? The Sasquatch, the volcano Sasquatch or the lava Sasquatch? Is it gonna be for an expo or no?
It's going to be for ToyCon.
ToyCon.
Basically, everything I'm doing at the moment is all going to be for ToyCon in June. yeah, I basically, um, I've kind of held off doing any work to actually sell to anybody because I'm trying to build up a bit of stock to actually be able to sell and then show off at ToyCon. Yeah, I'm trying to be quite selfish at the moment.
Well, I really I really say congratulations because well, it's good that you have a lot of work. So it helped you. We want to see many of your toys in Mexico City. Someday we want to
Yeah,
see
well,
many.
yeah, I did a a, a piece for Riclo for
Mm,
his face bomb show. Um, I did a piece for him. I believe the show is over now, and I believe that he still has the piece. I don't know what's happening on with that, but if you could maybe do a deal with him to have that piece or acquire that piece,
mm. Yeah, I will contact
uh,
him. I will
yeah,
contact him
contact him
because
and
ya nos está comentando que aquí él participó en el Expo de Riclo, donde él customizó la bomba justamente de Riclo. La verdad, I saw the bomb, your bomb, and it was so fucking cool. Really, really
yeah, thank you.
so cool. Hizo la bomba para customizó una pieza para la exposición. No sabe si aún siga disponible o no. Y nos comenta también que va a participar en el Toycom. The Toycom is gonna be in the United States o UK.
It's in the UK in
Ok.
June.
Ok, dice que va a participar. Las piezas que en las cuales está trabajando actualmente van a ser para el Toycon del Reino Unido. Thanks a lot, amigo. Thanks a lot. Uh,
I
eh,
have a
eh,
last piece to show you. Um, basically, it's a collaboration between Snack Rabbit, Mr. Mento, and they basically did this little guy, yeah,
based on the
and
skeleton,
then
no?
yes, little skeleton like that, and the brain part then comes out of it, and it's like very soft silicone.
Flexible. Oh.
Did a customization of it, and it's basically like a Skeletor type figure of He-Man.
Mm.
So the purple, blue, and then obviously the Skeletor face, and also the little hood then are made out of epoxy clay. Yeah, so it's got nice colours on that. And
But the platform is the donut? Yeah, no?
yeah. It's just basically
Ok, let
that's
me
the
translate
platform.
it. Aquí tiene otra customización con el buen Mento, Mr. Mento, que viene siendo la dona, plataforma como tal de la dona. Nada más aquí lo que le hizo fue ponerle como vaciarla por la parte en medio para ponerle como un relleno de silicón. Y esta dona está basada en el personaje del Skeletor. Ya tiene, ahí está ya terminada. Y también son sus colores de este tornasol que cambian con la luz. From purple to blue, is that right?
Yeah, purple to blue, yeah.
Sí, cambian los colores con la luz, que viene siendo igual de morado a azul cuando se le aplica luz. Thanks a lot. That's a cool one.
Thank you.
The, the,
That's
the,
about it. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
go
gonna
on.
ask you if the bomb that you made for the Riclo toys, did you use the same materials that they changed with using the light?
Yeah. It's an iridescent paint, and if it actually catches on the light, it changes color. Yeah, it's really cool. It's something called a turbo dog paint. Turbo dog. It's back to front there. 2 seconds. Let me change it around a second.
Mm,
So turbo
Turbo
dog.
Dog. Ok.
It's
Ese es el efecto, bueno, el material que utiliza para darle ese efecto, el efecto del cambio de color. Ok, amigo. You have really cool things. It was.
Thank
I
you.
really sorry. I'm really, really, really sorry that you could not have time to participate in the expo. Remember that I invite you in the Daruma?
Yeah, yeah.
But well, if you change your mind,
I don't
if you change, well, maybe. But you must be in the next expo, okay? I'm gonna do another
know.
expo
Okay,
at the end of this year, so you have to be in that expo, okay?
okay. Thank you.
Okay, amigo. No, thanks to you. Any other figure you want to show us, amigo?
Um, as Joe Cocktail is in the room, I'll show this little guy. Basically, it's a miscast, and it broke on the top. So I added an extra a bit of bone to it in that part of the year, and added some blood effect on it as well. I just totally kept it clean then after that,
Yeah,
and with a couple of blood
the blood.
spatters. Yeah, but
what,
yeah,
what,
that
what's
is
the
a
name of
piece by
what's the
Joe
name of the
Cocktail.
platform? Joe Cocktail?
I don't know. I'll have to ask Joe.
Okay.
Joe, please can you tell
Y-
me the name of the platform?
ok. Bueno, aquí nos va a decir ahorita el nombre de la plataforma. Lo que hizo él fue como romperle una de las orejas y se le ve ahí como el hueso, donde también puso ahí algunas manchas bueno, se ve el hueso porque se le está saliendo la sangre y en la parte de atrás obviamente también se le ve por ahí algunas manchas de sangre. Entonces, bueno, ahorita nos va a decir la plataforma Big Bunny. Thank you,
Big
Joe
Bunny.
Cocktail. Big Bunny. Thank you. Okay, amigo. Well, it has been a pleasure to see all your figures, your customizations.
Thank you.
And what are the materials that you use to your customizations? What are the materials?
Um, Everything I do is airbrushed, so it's just basically paint. On the Moon Men figures, I basically used this stuff, which is called ground texture, which is just simply Vallejo ground texture.
Acrylic?
Yeah, it's like it sets totally solid. It's almost like a resin type feel to it, and it just totally sets hard then afterwards. But most of the paints I tend to use aren't actually airbrush paints. They just pour in paints. So it's a company called Artista, which is an American company, I believe.
Oh,
So it's just basically this brand, and it's just a pouring paint.
oh,
And then I just basically water them down, and I put them into airbrush, and that's how I paint. I paint everything with those types of paints, which is probably a bit out of the ordinary for any other airbrush artist, because I know the most airbrush artists tend to actually use proper airbrush paints,
oh.
but I haven't.
Nos comenta, le preguntábamos que cuáles son los materiales que él utiliza para toda la parte de sus customizaciones. Obviamente, bueno, nos empezó a mostrar algunos tipos ahí de pinturas. Por ejemplo, para la parte y bueno, y dice que él trabaja mucho con el airbrush. Well, Joe Cocktail is mentioned, he's having a question. What do you think you're paint with? ¿Con qué
I either
adelgaza
use
su pintura?
airbrush a thinner, or a lot of the time I've just basically used water before, and because it's an acrylic paint, I just tend to actually water it down with actual water. It's just easier, to be honest with you. I have considered buying airbrush paint and actually doing it that way, but I haven't had any problems on the paints I've got. So I've carried on actually doing it that way.
Okay, aquí bueno, nos estaba platicando, le decía que, bueno, aquí le preguntaron que cómo adelgaza aquí la parte del pintado, ya empezó a dar algunos temas de que lo hace con agua y todo, y con el airbrush, con la parte del aerosol. Y bueno, para la parte del efecto lunar, lo utilizó una pintura, como un material como tipo acrílico. Amigo, how did you inspire to create your customizations? For example, how did you inspire, or why did you create the moon effect? How do you create all this? How do you inspire? What's inspiration?
For quite some time, I was into skyscape type of photography, and I I've tried to get the galaxy I caught in a picture, but I actually couldn't do it. But I actually Googled pictures of the galaxy that other people had taken, and I'd sort of drawn inspiration off that. And then obviously because of the moon being a big part of our skies every night, I just had to add that in there, because it's part of that, you know, it's yeah, big part of it, so it adds to that.
Le preguntábamos que en qué se inspira para hacer bueno, sus customizaciones. Nos dice que, por ejemplo, que es que él tenía unos amigos que hacían fotografías y dice que le gustaba o quería tener una fotografía de toda la galaxia en la foto. Dice que obviamente no la tuvo, pero bueno, la intención realmente de él es plasmar todo lo que ve, porque le gusta mucho toda esa parte de las galaxias. Es prácticamente lo que le inspira todo eso. Y dice que bueno, porque la luna es parte como de nosotros. Amigo, well, the question was if you produce, but well, for example, the customizations, do you make them in big or small or large scale? No, sorry, small or large scale? Number.
The biggest, it tends to be I'm sort of one-off type of figures, but for the galaxy guy, I've done 4, and for the tentacle guy, I did 5, but 5 is generally the biggest amount I've actually done, but I don't tend to do a lot of that. I've only ever done it twice when I've created more than one of each piece, and it's only because they've been the most popular pieces that people have asked for, and I've just tried to create a type of production line type effect on them, and just did 4 of the moon guys, 5 of the tentacle guys then. So yeah. But other than that, I tend to do 1.
So most of your figures are the one-off edition.
Yeah.
Okay, le preguntábamos que si producen en pequeña o gran escala, hablando de número, y él nos dice, bueno, las customizaciones, y nos dice que normalmente sus piezas son de una sola, sus customizaciones, pero por ejemplo para el caso del chico lunar, dice que fueron 4, pero bueno, obviamente creo que para esta exposición que va a hacer, entendí que va a ser hasta 10, the Moon Guy, this for the Expo, 10 o no, o 5?
Yeah. 4.
Okay, no, bueno, dice que para la parte del chico lunar, dice que va a ser 4 para la Expo. Ya había hecho una, se vendieron, ahora va a ser otras 4 para el Expo. Okay, thank you, amigo. How do you see the actual art toy scene in your country?
I've actually spoken to other toy artists and toy collectors from all over the world.
Amigo,
and
Amigo, I have to interrupt because there's only 10 seconds to left.
Okay.
Okay, so we connect
Okay.
again. Okay. Sí.
Yeah, no worries.
Bueno, aquí estábamos con el buen amigo RyDiablo. Nada más que se nos acabó el tiempo y pues estamos otra vez aquí conectando. Nada más estaba subiendo el otro video. Pero bueno, es un buen chico. Hi, Scotty Max. Scotty, if you are an artist, well, you can contact me, okay? Okay, let's connect RyDiablo. Okay. Whatever the place you are, you can participate. Sorry, I was uploading the other video.
That's okay, no worries. That's fine. Yeah, after speaking to other toy artists and other toy collectors from all over the world, I think that, like in the UK, I think that we are very lucky that even though it's quite a small toy scene, um, I think that we are starting to build up a fair few um, collectors and artists. Digital Horseplay is one of the guys that has introduced quite a lot of people into the industry, and a lot of the people that I've actually met on Instagram have all actually found their way into the scene through Digital Horseplay. So he he's been a big help for the community, and he's based in the UK. And he's one of the people that I get a lot of blanks from. Yeah, so he's been a big help to me over the years.
It's very good, amigo. When for example, I was checking in Malaysia that there is a person. Well, there is a community called My Toy Horde, and this platform, or the person that is responsible of this platform, try to support, to push all the artists to be known about around the world. So it's a very good word, that the one that it's making a digital horseplay.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I, I, I,
definitely.
I will contact him. I will contact him. So we contact them to have him in Gaza with Marva. Let me translate it, please. Nos dice aquí el buen Ryan Diablo, que obviamente la escena ya a pesar de que es una escena pequeña, es una escena demasiado sólida, muy fuerte, y bueno, lo que nos comenta aquí, tanto la escena, tanto como de los artistas, como de de los collectors, y bueno, nos dice que unos chicos que están ahí apoyando mucho la escena, que se llaman Digital Horseplay. Bueno, esperamos tenerlos pronto aquí Chismeando con Marva. Y bueno, ellos prácticamente son los que están impulsando mucho la escena allá en UK, en Reino Unido. Algo así como lo que está haciendo My Toy Horde en Malasia. Bueno, aquí tenemos a Digital Horseplay, que es inclusive quien les provee toda la parte de las plataformas, a los artistas para que las customicen. Okay, amigo. Can you mention some artists that you admire? Two, please.
I think that the first artist that I admire, do you mean in the UK or anywhere?
Worldwide.
Okay. So one of my favorite customizing artists is a guy called John Paul Kaiser,
Yeah,
JPK.
jump
I think,
okay.
yeah. His work is just really, really top quality. And he's been a big inspiration to me for actually customizing toys. I I can't say that I'd ever be able to do the same kind of style as him, but I definitely look to him as an inspirational person, because he started out in exactly the same way as me, and by just doing it from home and then building up and building up, and now he's actually got a figure himself. So maybe one day I could be in that type of space where I'm actually selling figures. But that's a
You
long way
will.
in the future. It's a long way in
Nah,
the
but
future, maybe.
if you work hard, you will do, and I'm sure you will do.
Thank
You
you.
will do it. So John Paul Kaiser, and the second one, who was the second one?
There's a guy in the UK, and his name is on Instagram. It's Custom Junkie, and
Custom Junkie.
his work, his work is spectacular. He does a lot of customizing on the Junkie platform by Superplastic,
Mm.
and
Yeah, no.
he works with epoxy clays, airbrush, a paintbrush. He does all sorts, and his work has been a big inspiration to me because he's he basically keeps it very simple, and it's very effective as well. His outcome, his final pieces are very good. There is somebody else who I do actually look up to a lot, and that is Jared Circus Bear.
Yeah, Gareth Expert.
Yeah, unbelievable. Really realistic style. Yeah, absolutely crazy work.
Okay, if someone can write the name of Jarrell, well, if someone can help me just to pronounce the name. Anyway, I want to translate. You can help me with that. Bueno, nos dice que el artista que para él es el máximo e incluso se inspira mucho en él y considera que él es como él, es John Paul Kaiser. Ok, thanks a lot, amigo. Nos dice que es John Paul Kaiser. Para él es como una motivación grande porque dice que empezó que el ver a John Paul Kaiser dice que se ve a sí mismo cómo empezaron picando piedra hasta llegar al nivel que ahorita tiene John Paul Kaiser. Dice que él algún día quiere estar como él, inclusive, bueno, poder hasta exponer con él. Y otra persona que él admira de ahí del Reino Unido, bueno, en este caso del Reino Unido, a quien admira es Custom Junkie. Dice que le encanta mucho su trabajo de Custom Junkie. Bueno, él obviamente como trabaja aquí, él le customiza la plataforma del Junkie o del Super Plastic. Y nos dio aparte uno más, que es Jared Circus Bear. Es otro artista que él admira, que para él el trabajo de él es simplemente espectacular. Okay, thanks a lot, amigo. Your work, do you sell? Well, I have checked that you have been in an expo in Mexico, but well, do you sell it, your work? Do you sell it internally or abroad?
I honestly don't mind if I get a message off a person abroad. I will happily sell anywhere really. I found a method of actually shipping abroad, and it's fairly cheap. And I've spoken to a couple of people over in America, and it seems to be quite expensive to actually send things over to the UK, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I found a method to send things all over the world, and it costs under £15, which is about sort of $14 ish sort of thing.
You have to share with them the contact, because for me it's very expensive. When I send figures to another, well, I have sent figures to Thailand, to Japan, to some other countries. It's very expensive here. But I have checked that when someone from Spain, someone from Japan send me figures, it's much more cheaper than from Mexico. Yeah.
I send everything through Royal Mail. And it's a standard airmail service. It doesn't have the extra sort of insurance or anything like that on there. But every piece that I've sent out has actually got to the destination absolutely fine, without any problems at all. So I do kind of trust that a service, so I got no problem with actually sending it that way, and it actually saves and people buying the product off me from actually spending a fair bit of money because of the translation between pounds and dollars is quite high. They'd end up spending quite a bit more on postage compared to if I was to actually send things to them, compared to them sending things to me, you know?
Yeah, the shipping, well, shipping service is too expensive, and sometimes I have to save expenses. I have to send them by the normal post service, but well, but this is not secure. So this is the risk that you take. But well, fortunately, all the pieces that I sent to the world, Japan, Thailand, and Malaysia, because of the Daruma, all the pieces get them safely. So,
Okay.
but okay, let me translate it. Le preguntamos aquí si él vende internamente o vende a todo el mundo. Dice que, bueno, que para él le es indiferente, obviamente. Si le caen ventas por todos lados, pues para él está súper más que contento. Nos estaban dando ahí algunos tips porque dice que, por ejemplo, cuando te mandó una pieza para acá, para México, para la de Rick, que les comentaba, y dice que sale aproximadamente unos $40 para envío. Y es que es más barato, de hecho es más barato enviarla al extranjero, se los digo por experiencia, enviarla del extranjero acá, que de aquí a allá sale más caro. Okay, amigo. Amigo, do you have any upcoming expo? Well, you have mentioned a lot of times like ToyCon, but do you have any other expo or event?
No, I don't have anything up and coming. I think the only one that I've got is the Sir One Expo. He's sending out the speaker platform, and I think that is April. I think that is, and he's basically sending it out to artists, customers.
Sorry, what's the name of the expo?
I can't remember.
Don't worry.
I can't think of what it's called. Sorry.
So you have two expos, one in April and one in June, the ToyCon?
Yeah, basically the platform for Sir One is a speaker system for music.
Yeah.
And he's basically sending it out to everybody to customize. And he offered me the chance to take part in that. And I was happy to. But I've been trying to keep my work down to a minimum just because I just don't have the time to take part in too many expos then, really. But in ToyCon in June, I'm hoping to have a table with a digital horseplay, and he'll basically be selling a lot of his blank figures. So like he'll be selling the blanks of these, the blanks of these, and obviously many others. But yeah, I am hoping that goes to plan and there isn't any problems there. It was supposed to be this weekend now, but because of COVID, they've pushed it forward. So COVID actually cancelled the expo for this weekend now, and they've moved it to June. So yeah.
Okay, bueno, así a grosso modo nos comentaba que le preguntamos en qué exposición, si tenía alguna exposición o evento próximo. Dice que prácticamente va a participar en la expo, una expo que dice que va a ser en abril, donde va a tener que customizar una plataforma de una grabadora, es como una grabadora, y no más que no recuerda el nombre de la expo. Y después nos dice que va a tener una en junio, que viene siendo el ToyCon, el ToyCon, donde dice que espera compartir mesa con Digital Horseplay, donde van a vender algunas de las piezas que, bueno, ya nos acaba de mostrar. Entonces dice que las van a vender en blanca, pero dice que esa la tiene hasta en junio, en ToyCon. Ok, amigo. Ah, you want to show something?
No, it's all good.
No, okay, okay. Amigo, if someone wants to contact you to get any of your figures of your custom, or if someone wants to contact you to make any customization with you, how can they do it?
On Instagram, I'm RyDiablo81. I'll just type that into we should be able to see it on the actual screen anyway. But
Okay, I will translate it.
RyDiablo81.
Okay, yo sin Instagram, or can we reach you on Facebook? Well, you have your personal, but for sales, do you have a
I don't
Facebook?
have a business. I don't have a business Facebook. The easiest way to contact me is on Instagram, and just basically send me a message, and we can talk about our customizations, and yeah, just take it from there.
Ok, nos le preguntamos que si lo quieren, en el caso de que lo quisieran contactar para alguna customización o el compra de alguna de sus piezas, dice que lo pueden hacer directamente a través de su Instagram. Él no vende por Facebook, todo lo hace a través de Instagram y lo pueden contactar como RyDiablo81, que es Diablo 81. Todos lo vamos a poner ahorita aquí en la foto. Well, you have mentioned all your network, that's just Instagram. And
Yeah.
amigo, before we finish, let me tell you that I'm honored for two things. The first one is that, I already have your friendship, and the second one that you're participating in this show. So for me, it's a honor, amigo. For me, it's a honor.
Yeah.
You can see I'm gonna send you during the day or your night the link to YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Okay, amigo. Yeah. Any final message for the people who were watching us?
I'd just like to say that anybody that is actually thinking of coming into the game of toy customization, don't actually do it expecting to actually make lots of money out of it, but actually I do the customization because it's actually something that you enjoy doing. I did it. I started last year out of pure boredom because I didn't have anything to do it in the evenings, and I just basically started to airbrush, and I really enjoyed it and found a hobby then that I enjoyed doing, and it has just taken off then. People seem to like my work, and yeah, just don't actually do it for any other reason other than actually enjoying doing it. Yeah.
Ok, let me translate it. Así, a grosso modo, lo que nos dice el buen RyDiablo es que si, bueno, en este caso, cuando haga algo, él empezó todo este proyecto por la pandemia y dice que le encanta hacerlo todo. Entonces dice que a todas aquellas personas que están empezando a crear, no lo hagan buscando alguna remuneración económica o no lo hagan realmente por el dinero. Háganlo porque realmente les gusta o les encanta el crear. Y de hecho, bueno, ya el dinero vendrá. I'm telling them that at the end, money comes later, money comes next. But,
Yeah.
entonces, que al final obviamente háganlo porque les gusta. De todos modos, la remuneración económica viene posterior. Pero hagan las cosas, hagan todo esto porque realmente les gusta. No busquen una remuneración económica en un inicio. Todo eso se va dando con el tiempo. Amigo, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks for, well, anyway, we're gonna be in contact because actually we have WhatsApp each other. We have our
Yeah.
WhatsApp, so we are gonna send us a lot of messages. So thanks a lot for starting a friendship and for the opportunity to have you here in the show. I really appreciate you, amigo.
And also, please can I just thank my wife because um, basically, basically, um, without her and having the support at home and everything, I probably wouldn't be doing this. So it's been a big help to me having her help, and I'm, I'm continued support to and drive me to where I am now. Really,
Hey, my best regards to you, to your wife, because well, he's pushing you to do all the things that you're doing, and also to your friends, because well, also to your friends that they also push you. And in my case,
yeah.
we are friends, so I'm gonna push you to be better and to create a lot of things, amigo.
Thank
Nos
you.
dice que les da, bueno, obviamente que quiere darles gracias a su esposa porque obviamente ella la ha estado apoyando mucho a hacer lo que él hace, le ha dado todo el apoyo. Y aquí le digo, bueno, en este caso que también ahí tiene amigos que lo están empujando para que siga haciendo más cosas. Amigo, it was a pleasure. Anyway, well, we continue on WhatsApp, we continue sending us messages each other, and well,
Yeah,
the final photo, like my signature. So thanks a lot, my friend.
yeah. Thank you very
Take
much.
care.
Thanks for your
Thank you.
time.
Take care.
Bye. Bye.
Take care. Bye.